welcome back to another interesting episode of the Strux Tips. Please remember to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification button below. Today I'll be talking about proper documentation on employees. Our employees are an integral part of our businesses and also they represent the face of your business. So the proper documentation on your employees is a super important aspect of your business as a business owner. So join me as I educate you more on how to document or how to have a proper documentation on your employees as a business owner. As many of you know, proper documentation is a very important aspect of managing your employees. Having a proper documentation is important for business owners, managers, HR staff in terms of keeping the history and transition processes of your employees within your organization. So why should we have, or why do we have proper documentation of our employees within our organization? One, employee files and documentation helps keep a history for the employees in terms of the transition processes. It helps justify the pays, the leave, in terms also if there's a need for promotions, there's a need to cut back salaries for non-performance. There's a check, proper documentation keeps that check and for fair terms so that nobody feels witch hunted. You can see on the face of it when your employment documentation is called off by the HR department that these are your appraisals, what you're doing right or what you're not doing right. Also, certain documentations are very sensitive for employees and should not be easily available to everybody. Employee files and documentation helps provide backup communication and evidence of various transitions of employees within your organizations. These documentations help provide support for various pay, promotions, and selection benefits within an organization. Documentation provides evidence that supports management decisions in terms of termination of an employee or non-performance of employees. So in terms of management decisions, documentation also helps provide that evidence and supports the evidence whereby employees want to challenge why they were terminated, want to challenge why they were not appraised properly. When employers call up those documents, it serves as evidence to the employee. Also, in the event of a lawsuit, proper documentation protects an employer's interest. So if, for example, if an employee decides to take you to court for illegally terminating his or her employment, calling up or having a proper documentation as evidence can help support your case and also help support your interest as an employer of labor. Documentation also offers proofs whereby an employee is given a promotion over the other employees, where opportunities, promotions are available, and those other employees are also eligible to those promotions. So having the proper documentation can help, as evidence to justify why one employee was favored over the others. So what do we document? Employers should maintain copies of employees' records, such as job application, resume, offer letters, appraisals, leave requests, paycheck changes, and every other document that they think is necessary. All other common employee files should include corrective measures, recognitions, and reward systems. Confidential employee information such as birth certificates, disability, drug tests, very sensitive information should be kept under lock and not be easily accessible to every other employee within the HR department, except to certain people that have the right to those documents. Because this aspect, that's where confidentiality of your employees' records, privacy policy comes into play within the organization. So, how do you document? There are a number of documentation systems which are very effective: manual and automatic, paper or paperless, depending on which you think will work within your organization. All records and data must be kept under lock and key to prevent identity theft, confidentiality leaks, and any other breach of the employee's information. Also, Data stored in computers should have proper firewall securities to ensure that other people within the organizations, like other employees, don't have access to people's confidential information. So this brings me to what documents are legally binding between employers and employees within an organization. An employment contract stating the terms and conditions of work within the organization is a legal binding document between the employer and the employee. Example, employee handbooks, safety handbooks within the organizations, and the policies and procedures manuals of the organization depending on what sector you find yourself in as a business owner. An employment contract signed by an employee stipulates that he or she has accepted the terms and conditions stipulated within that agreement by the employee. Also, it is advisable for employees or prospective employees to read and go through their employment contracts before signing, and also to research the Labour Act within that environment and sector they find themselves in before signing the contract. Can an employer change the terms of an employment contract? Yes, an employer can do so, but there are certain conditions stipulated to guide an employer while doing so. So under Section 7(2) of the Labour Act, an employer should give the employee a month's notice after a change has been made to the employment contract. Also, whereby a copy is not readily available for the employee, the employer should make sure that the employee reads through the contract, makes it available to the employee to read through the contract and agree and accept that that forms an integral part of the employment contract. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince all business owners that having a proper documentation on your employees is super important as an integral part of growing your business. Till I come your way next time with much more interesting business tips, please remember to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification button below.